We wanted to make this video to share how proud of Renton we are, even during these challenging times. And it all comes down to the people who live here. When the pandemic broke out in Seattle, for example, our Chamber of Commerce stepped up to help small businesses find resources, make decisions, and be the leaders we needed them to be.
When we were all forced to stay home, people like the Yankee Grill provided to-go breakfast for the Renton School District. Vigor Ground Fitness did charity fitness trainings for families in need of food and connected them with local restaurants. And even my son Josh and his family are doing kind of a feature day where each of his kids are able to choose what they want for dinner and what activity they're going to do after dinner.
And when the public was panicking, true leaders emerged like Don Brown, who helped spread the message of hope to high school seniors that felt robbed of their senior year.
This city is special because we've proven to rally together and help each other out.
And when we're back up and running, we know it's our responsibility to keep all of us together, continue sharing stories and calling people to massive action.
We did this video because we wanted to share how proud we are of Renton, and also share our commitment to keep Renton activated, inspired, and known around the world.
We're looking forward to contributing to the resurgence of this city and standing shoulder to shoulder.
You don't have to, I'm just asking. Oh. Are you just bringing Christy in first? Hi, Dave.
Now. Welcome to Renton Live, you guys. And we have one of our most inspirational episodes to share with you today. Today is all about celebrating and honoring education. And when I say education, I mean the people behind the education, the humans. So if you look down at your screen below, you will see 900 names beginning to scroll. And these 900 names are honoring and celebrating our 2020 graduating seniors. So every time when you see that name, those names scroll across the screen, just know that these folks have been the most resilient, amazing seniors, and they are the people that are going to bring us into the new world. So thank you, seniors, on behalf of the city of Renton, on behalf of the chamber, on behalf of us on Renton Live, we salute you. You guys are amazing. And then also on this episode, we are going to be honoring teachers. Now, I think nothing has been more clear during this time than how important and how vital teachers are in our world. In fact, they're priceless. So right now, with no further ado, in a face you all know, the creative force behind so many things that are going on in Renton, would love to have you meet or introduce you to Ben Andrews.
Hey, Christy.
Hey,
How are
Ben,
you doing
how you
today?
doing? Wow, you look really busy. I'm loving background.
You know, right here at Seahawks headquarters, there's a lot going on, actually.
Well, you're very busy and important. We know that. So, Ben, what are you here to share with us today? Oh, what else?
Thank you for having me. As you mentioned, Christy, most of the people that know me have known me from being the event director at the Renton Chamber of Commerce for the last few years. I'm so excited to be part of this episode because we are celebrating educators. So we want to talk a little bit about an event at the Chamber that we called Ahead of the Class. Now, this is the 19th year that the Chamber, in partnership with the city, the Renton School District, the Seahawks, all the other educational institutions, First Financial, Northwest Bank, King and Bunnies, Invested, and many, many, many more companies have all partnered to be a part of this for the last 19 years. So I encourage all of you after the show today, go to the Chamber YouTube page. You're already there, and see some of the sponsors and the winners from the past 5 years when we took this whole event online, and we've got digital clips of all of our winners. So this event, I have to say, is near and dear to my heart. I like to call it our Academy Awards for teachers. Educators undoubtedly deserve the limelight, but what I find is, for the most part, they're very unassuming and humble individuals. So therefore, I always feel it's my responsibility to throw an uncomfortable spotlight on them. So to tell you a little bit about how Ahead of the Class works, we send a nomination link into the community and just ask people to nominate the educators who've made a difference in their family. And this isn't just the school district. This is Renton Technical College. This is the Christian schools. This is just all across the board. Even Pima has the chance to nominate some of their educators. And so in 2020, when we spread this out through the community, we got 68 nominations. We then took those 68 nominations and narrowed it down to a final 10 teachers through an application process. Now, what we do normally is, once we get down to the final 10, we do something we call prize patrol. We literally surprise them in their classrooms. And I think our producer here, Farid, has a clip queued up on exactly what that looks like. So if you didn't know, our superintendent of our school district, Dr. Pantnod, is actually a good basketball player. We were all there when he hit that swish, mocking blitz, and the gymnasium went nuts. So that's what we do on Prize Patrol. We go to all 10 schools or all 10 teachers, and we surprise them. So once we have those teachers, once they know they're in the final 10, we have a very formal event, and we put it about a month out. And that's where we make them walk the red carpet, and we put the spotlight on them. And I think Farid's going to cue another video for us of the 2016 event, which was one of my favorites. So that is what ahead of the class and prize patrol typically look like. Now, I don't have to tell you that things have changed a little bit this year. So we're going to do something a little bit different in 2020. Farid, if you can bring up the first slide. I first off want to show you the 68 nominated teachers for 2020. And let's all just give them a big virtual applause. Hope you're in your room clapping, because these guys made a difference. So the cat's a little bit out of the bag. At this time, we have two unannounced guests, special guests that we're going to bring in. So it is my honor to bring in two legends, a bird of prey that needs no introduction, the Seattle Seahawks Blitz, and a former Seahawk favorite, and one of my favorites at safety position, Jordan Babineau, who's with the Seahawks between 2004 and 2010. He was also with the Tennessee Titans between 2011 and 2012, but we won't talk too much about that. Gentlemen, welcome. Thank you for joining us. Can you hear me?
Hello.
Jordan, how are you doing, sir?
Hey, Blitz, it's nice to see you.
What?
I'm outside, Blitz. It's such a beautiful day.
You
You're
look
hot? It's hot outside. Oh, yeah. Is that why you're inside?
I gotta imagine that the Zoom meetings for Blitz have been semi-complicated.
No way. Everyone
that's what I
understands him.
Well, gentlemen, thank you for joining us. What we've got going on here, you are our special celebrity guests. And now comes the fun part. So we have 10 teachers queued who actually think they're here to give us homeschooling tips. Because God knows, as a parent, we need them. But that's actually not why they're here today. Farid, can you bring up the slide of the final 10 teachers? It is my pleasure to announce your 2020 top 10 ahead of the class teachers, and several of them have joined us today. But instead of having them give us a tip, we're just going to celebrate them. At any point, you can bring them in, Farid.
Hey, Blitz, look at me, man. Coronavirus has me all scruffy in my facial hair. Did you go to the salon? You look nice.
He does. He looks clean shaven.
Okay.
There they are. Look at all those beautiful faces.
Yay.
So,
Hello.
Hi.
hello, my friends. Thank you for joining us. We did a little bait and switch on you, and I'm going to hand this off to Jordan. And Farid, if you want to bring Christy, our host, back in, that'd be great. We invited you to give us some tips, but this was our surprise to let you know that you are the top 10 teachers in the 2020 ahead of the class.
Oh, wow. Woo, woo.
Very much.
Ooh. My tears.
That is awesome.
So I'm going to make screen room for our lovely hosts, Christy and Jordan and Blitz. Thank you all. It was my honor to announce you, and we will see you all soon.
Thanks, Ben.
Thank you, Ben.
You rocked it.
Thank you.
Oh. Wow. How do you guys feel?
What about all those tips we had to share?
It's already
This is how your students feel when they get a pop quiz, people.
Exactly.
You know that it has been reversed now. So you guys all know the most awesome Jordan Babineau sitting here on the edge of our screen. Everyone say hi.
Hi.
Hello, everyone.
Then,
Congratulations.
hi.
You guys have been, you've been tricked. But you know what? I guess it's you've been tricked in a good way, because we're here to celebrate you. Okay. My question is, I want to know, who prepared the most to give their tips today?
I don't know
Blitz.
who. Let's do.
You know,
Okay.
you know what? My apologies for not introducing my special guest and good friend, Blitz. Yeah, you see that? Look, you see how he does me?
Blitz.
Hey,
So
hey,
humble.
I have 4 letters in my nickname, and Blitz, you know, messed that up. So, sorry, Chris. Go for it. All right.
Well, cool. So we have some questions actually for you. We want to get to know you a little bit, and we're ready. Are you guys ready
We're ready.
for these really hard questions?
Oh my God.
Yeah,
I
no.
know. Are you smarter than a 5th grader? This is the question. All right. So let's take a look. So let's go down name by name. And do you have a name, Jordan? The names of the teachers handy?
Well, I'm just looking at the gallery view right now, and I can only see who's present. So right now, I'm staring at Patricia. Okay, so
Awesome.
Patricia,
Hi.
you're up.
Hey, Patricia.
What school do you teach at? What school?
I teach at Bryn Mawr Elementary.
All right, and what grade?
Kindergarten.
The fun grade.
It is so fun.
Now, what have you been able to do throughout this COVID, I guess, time away from your students? How have you been able to cope?
Well, it's been hard for sure, you know, but I have been able to, I've done Zoom meetings with my kindergartners, which has been really, really funny. And I've gotten to meet all of their pets and all of their stuffed animals and all of their things in their house, all of their switches. And I've also gotten to do little videos back and forth and talk to my families. I mean, I feel like I've been able to connect pretty nicely, but it's not the same as seeing them and getting hugs, and just that part is the best part, right?
Yeah.
It's just not the same.
Yeah. Oh, Blitz wanted to give you a hug through the screen.
Oh, I'll take a hug.
So Patricia.
I like that. I like the hug.
Yeah. Blitz is so loving. Sometimes. Don't get on the bad side.
Right?
Hey, Patricia,
As long as
last
you're a
question
Hawks
for
fan.
you.
Okay.
Since you did prepare for some tips, what tips do you have to give parents?
I mean,
Or special messages that you want to give students as we head into the summer?
I mean, honestly, my biggest tip for families is that it's so important to stay self-regulated yourself, and your mental health is so important. School will always be here. We'll be here as teachers. We can adapt and we can change and we can support families. We can support them. This is not typical, right? So making sure you're taking care of your mental health and setting and being such a role model for your students of your children, of taking breaks, and that's a big piece for me is their mental health. Enjoy this time together as much as you can. It can be so special, right? And my message for my students is that it's gonna be okay. I just miss them.
Yeah. And Patricia,
I could see them.
Look, as you see, I'm outside, right? Because we've been having to adjust through this time as well. And so my daughter's inside doing dance class. So she's been able to still do dance class in the evenings twice a week.
Yeah.
Sometimes she has band class. So all families have been adjusting. So
For
thank you.
sure.
Thank you for offering and sharing
just give
that.
yourself patience, you know?
Yep. I want to take a quick little time out and welcome in Dr. Patnod. And maybe he had some words to address this illustrious group of fine teachers here tonight.
Thank you, Jordan. And first off, I just want to thank the Chamber for their nearly 2 decades of honoring all the educators in Renton. And this is just so important to honor the teachers who are working with each of our students every single day. And that was true in a traditional format, and that's even true now during this time with COVID. And I also want to thank the sponsors who've made this possible over the years. And so thank you for their support. And then just to the Renton School District staff here tonight, and Ms. LaFleur just said some great words and doing great work up at Bryn Mawr. Sincere thank you for all that you do. And I know that each of you knows as well that the 6 from the Renton School District at least are representative of the nearly 1,000 teachers we have and certificated staff in the district who are doing an outstanding job each and every day. And I just appreciate all that they've done. And this one is a little different for me too, because Miss Smith, who is one of the ahead of the class teachers, was my teacher at Renton High School when she was 15 years old, I think. So Miss Smith, thank you for the difference that you made in my life. And then also Miss Bonai from Talbot, who has worked with both of my kids and is working with my son. And I get your emails all the time about the greenhouse, and just thank you for the positive impact you've had on my students. And so it's our staff does great work across the board, but one of the things about being able to work in my community is to have these outstanding educators who have impacted me personally and professionally, as well as my kids. So a sincere thank you. And thanks to Blitz for showing up. And I need to get you back on the court one of these times so we can go back at it again.
Blitz does it all, Dr. Padnod. He beat me in a game of golf once before.
Oh my, well, he's got some talents, that's for sure. Dunking on little kids and everybody. But thank you all, and even to the staff from RTC and from the private schools, thank you for the services that you provide to the students in our community each and every day. We appreciate the work that you do, and I think that our families, including myself as a parent, that I think we hopefully will come out of this at some point in time, but we don't know what it'll look like once we get there. But one thing is for sure, there will be a deeper appreciation for the work that our teachers and staff do each and every day. So thank you very much.
Good deal. Thanks, Doc. Thanks for sharing.
Thank you.
Well, Ms. Carla, in some kind of way, I feel like Dr. Padnod told us a little more about you. So I'll leave it to you in case you missed some fine details to share what grade that you're teaching, and are you still at Renton High School, and how have you been able to cope throughout the COVID?
So I came to Renton School District a long time ago and have had the opportunity to teach in all of our high schools except for Tally. I taught in Black River for a short time before Black River went away. And then most recently, though, I have the very unique position of being able to represent Renton High, Hazen High, and Lindbergh High in the Renton Teacher Academy. So my full-time job is my dream job, which is talking about teaching and learning and relationships and why they matter, and talking with young people about being world changers, and being a teacher is the best way I know how to be a world changer. And they pay me to do that. It's the best job. So I am mostly juniors and seniors are my students, and I am at Renton, Hazen, and Lindbergh High School now.
Well, Carly, and you say it with a smile, so I could tell that you have certainly found your passion.
For sure, for sure.
All right, since we know you prepared quite a bit for tonight, do you have any special tips that you want to share with the parents tonight, or your summer message to seniors as they head off?
I have a few things that I wrote down. I was very nervous about this tonight, but for the wrong reasons. One of the things that Patricia said that I'd like to just affirm and add on, and that is, parents, learning can happen any time of day. So if it's not happening during the hours of 8 and 4, like you think maybe that's what the school hours are, I just want to assure you that it can happen anytime. And in the long run, when we're on the other side of all of this, we're going to look back and this is a blip on the radar. So try not to be too stressed out, and know that we're living in a time that nobody could have expected, and nobody's really doing it wrong. And we're all doing the very, very best we can. And to seniors, if any of them are watching this, I know that this never, ever would have been your plan A, but I am so proud of you. And this is going to be okay. And I'm never going away. You will always be able to find me. So at some point, we're going to get together and we're going to celebrate this huge victory for you. But thank you for letting me have a platform tonight to share my heart.
Wow.
You okay? Krista?
Sometimes my heart comes out my eyes. I can't help it.
I know. I could tell. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, then, Krista, do you have anything you want to add? You want me to move to Monica as the next?
You
All
are
right. Well,
killing it.
Monica, I'm staring at you. You're the next person on my gallery view. How are you this
Hi.
evening? Well, oh, you know what? I told you, Blitz, he has his manners. He wanted to offer some tissue if anyone needs to. Thanks, Blitz.
Thank you.
Okay, Monica, what school and what grade?
Campbell Hill Elementary in Skyway, K through 5, English language learning.
And
And
how
it's
have,
awesome.
good. Well, I know you, like Miss Patricia, have the challenge of working with kids. And Patricia, I would have asked you how that worked out to manage kids in the classroom versus managing kids, you know, through a screen, right? I mean, that's such a challenge. But Monica, I know you probably have the same kind of challenges. What have you been able to do through COVID to cope with being away from your students?
Gosh, well, I do snail mail with my students, and that's been fun, you know. Like I got a
snail mail. Blitz eats snails. No,
stop doing that, Blitz.
No, they
stop. But yeah, that's the hardest thing because, you know, you can break a lot of barriers down by just being goofy with people as you see them, or you can get to know people just by sitting in a room with them. And so at first, and I'm not gonna lie, actually not at first, all the time, I just am discouraged because it's like, well, dang, like, you know, before it was like, thank God I could be in the room with them and we could Google Translate together. And now it's like, oh, luckily, you know, some of them have emails, but some of them can't access their it's just a huge learning curve, and there's no blame to be placed on anyone. So, you know, some students like the snail mail, some students I think might be at their grandparents' house off abroad, you know, there's just so many things that I don't have control over and I don't know. And so I just, you know, try and stay positive. And, you know, Carla was like encouraging me, and I'm not a high school senior, but I'm like, thank you, because it's going to be okay. But it, you know, it's the most important thing that I want families to know during this time is that, you know, just like their students were consumers of and participants of the learning, they still are. And so teachers are like lonely and desperate and kind of still figuring this out day by day. And so if parents can call or email, or I know even texting, you know, there's a way that teachers can text with like a fake number through Google. Like, so whatever way that you can communicate with your teacher, that's really helpful because yeah, I mean, I know like my families and even like myself as like a mom, when I talk to my daughter's teacher, I'm like, the first 30 minutes of a conversation is like, and that's why I don't know if I should go to the store today or tomorrow, you know, and then by the time like my effective filter is down, then I'm like, so logging into Zoom or Google Classroom, or, you know, so I guess like the family engagement piece is like, I guess, you know, like the equity piece is really hard. I mean, that's one of our values. And this is really revealing to us like, wow, the ways that we were doing it that work, like the ways that we were embedding like learning opportunities for our teachers before really is showing now. And the way that we weren't, it's like, well, we're never going to do that again. And so in a sense, it's kind of like I get a chance to like diary a lot of like ways to improve and things. But the hard part is like, you know, I think teachers always, I'm talking too much, but like teachers always need a pat on the back or those hugs that Patricia was saying, because we feel so much responsibility. And it's like, COVID did not happen because of us. So it's like,
yeah. Oh, Monica, your heart is so huge. All of you guys on here, you wouldn't be here today if your heart wasn't so huge and you love your students so much. And it's hard. Like we can acknowledge that. COVID sucks. Can I say that on this? Can we just say it? So thank you so much, Monica. And it's just been, it's a pleasure to listen to your passion. Thank you so much. Matt, I'm gonna go ahead and hit you up next. But before I hit Matt up, hang on, sorry. That's called, it's a drill. I was doing a drill with you right now. You got it. I just want to say thank you so much to Jordan Babineau for joining us today with his COVID beard. Super, it looks great. I mean, you don't even have to hit the salon for a while. You are in good shape, my friend. Thank you so much for
hey,
honoring
Carla,
us
you
and
gotta take a
honoring
photo of
our
the
great
gallery view.
Look, oh yeah, I'll take selfies. Get in there.
Yeah.
Get in there.
Gotta post
All
this
right,
for
you
my
guys, thank you.
students. They're not gonna believe it. They're gonna be so excited.
Hey, I want to say hello to Miss Joyce. Hey, how are you? I think you're on mute. You're on mute, but I love the virtual background.
Good to see you, Jordan.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I'm thrilled to be here tonight.
I know you guys can't believe that next week it's actually June, right? Sometimes I don't know if you are, but I get confused at what day it is because it feels like it's just normal, right? To just, Anyway, thanks for having me and letting me jump in. Congratulations for all the work that each of you have been doing. And I know this has been a difficult time. Trust me, I'm a student as well. I'm taking grad classes at Seattle U, so we've been doing it completely online. Through Zoom as well. And trust me, spending 12 hours on Zoom is not fun at all, but things have been well. Hey, Blitz, what do you have there? Seahawks. Oh,
Yay. And he
Blitz
spelled it
loves
right.
the teachers.
Oh, yay. Thank you, Blitz.
You are.
You got it right
you
here.
are. Okay, everyone.
Thank you.
Take care and stay safe.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
So nice to meet
Thank you, Jordan.
Thanks, Jordan.
Thank you, Jordan. All right. Well, now, Matt, my friend, you're up. Would you love to share with us what school you're from, what subject, and then
Sure.
your special message? And I like your green, it's like you already have a green room. What's going on there?
I do kind of have my own virtual green room. I'll get to that in a minute. But yes, to answer your question. So Matt Edwards here, associate faculty in the Communication Studies Department at Renton Technical College. I see Kiana's up here too. So congratulations to you, Kiana. Good seeing you. And congratulations to everybody that's been nominated. It's totally amazing to hear your stories and learn where you teach and how passionate you are about working in this field. Your question is a tip. What kind of tip are we looking for? Tip for students?
A tip for the parents or a message for the graduating seniors, whatever you like.
I think a message for the graduating seniors and just the students in general is, and I liked, and this was kind of touched on a little bit from Carla, but what they're learning from this process, I think is just so important. And it's hard to stretch your thinking out further sometimes in life. And especially if you're a graduating senior in high school or you're graduating college, or you're just kind of starting out your life, but to think about this experience and what it is requiring for people and how that will potentially pay off in huge dividends for them down the road. That's really exciting. And it's hard for people to get sometimes excited or motivated about that because they don't see it right now. They don't see the payoff. They just see this kind of difficult thing that they're working through. But I'm always big on things like grit and resilience and students pushing through obstacles. And a lot of the students that we have to overcome a ton of obstacles. So now we're doing that as our profession requires, but I really do try to encourage students to kind of see the big picture here and that they are developing some really important life skills and also resiliency and grit, which I think are just so important to have regardless of what future job or career you end up having.
Absolutely. What a great message. I mean, as hard as it has been, you guys, I know on you as well as the students, the character building portion of this is outstanding. I don't know if I wanted to build my character like this again, ever, but I am on board with that message. Thank you so much. That adds a lot of weight to what we're going through now. Thank you so much. All right, my friend. Appreciate it, Matt. And then Miss Sally, how are you?
Hey, I'm good.
Yay. Hey, Sally, tell us where you're from, what you teach, and your magical message.
I'm from Talbot Hill Elementary, and I'm the Micro Society coordinator.
Yeah.
And I'm not in a classroom anymore, but I do have a really good message for those seniors. I want them to remember that they have a voice and that they need to use their voice for good, and that they need to get themselves registered to vote. 16 and 17-year-olds, most of them can register to vote and then automatically be registered when they turn 18. They know that they can make a difference and make change happen in their world. And that's a really big deal, that wherever they are, they got to bloom where they're planted and use their voice for good.
Oh, wow.
That's our Talbot Hill message that we start with these kindergartners all the way through. And I looked in my yearbook from 2012, 2013, which is this senior class. And I know, because I looked at all their names, I know that they remember all those things and they carried those lessons with them. So that's my big deal. I think that during this whole time, instead of adding more daily lessons to everyone's plate, because I'm not a classroom teacher, I've tried to make the micro activities be things that a family would do just in the course of being a family, whether it's journaling or whether it's, now we've got some entrepreneurial things with Rick Hartman, the toy maker, has put his videos out for our kids to use and develop things that there's a heart activities, which is part of micro, the HEART, so that they can practice doing those things using their voice to make change happen. So basically that's what we're working on. That and keeping the greenhouse growing for those kids who aren't there.
Oh, yeah, the greenhouse.
So
Really
we put out I just have to tell you that we would put out Jeannie Kelnick, the librarian, who was also the micro facilitator for the Green Garden. We would put out like 50 plants on a Thursday afternoon, and by Friday morning they were just totally gone by friends and neighbors coming by to get their gardens going. So that was fun.
That's great. You know, there's such a united front with you guys. You're talking about the messaging, you're really driving the point home, stay strong. And then the community, even with the greenhouse, is just really taking care of every aspect of the school and the
what every teacher has said so far is exactly the same voice that I put in all of my notes that I got ready for today.
Yeah, well, I mean, it just goes to show we're really, truly all in this together.
We are.
And as a big town that operates like as a small town, this even means more. So it's very powerful. Thank you so much, Sally.
You bet. Thank you.
Yeah, appreciate it. Okay, Mr. Tim, how you doing? Is that video from your like condo?
No, that's just it's one of the backdrops I put up there when I'm teaching.
You can lie a little. It's okay to lie on this one. Yeah.
Sorry, yeah, that's the view from my condo. Yeah.
Yeah. You could tell I was the one in detention in class all the time.
Were you really?
Yeah. Like every Wednesday detention. All the time. Oh yeah. I could like, huh?
Because you talked in class?
What? Yeah. Late and talked. That's my report card right there.
Got it.
So Tim, tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from, what you're teaching, and what your message is.
Well, first, I want to say thank you to the Chamber and thank you for the opportunity to be here tonight. I'm absolutely humbled to be considered part of this group. I know that everybody's experiencing a change, and I know where I'm at New Horizons School, which is a private school just above Valley Medical Center. We're working with kids who learn differently, And the ability to reach out to parents and talk to parents and to be able to work with their children is truly an honor. And to be able to make it work in this environment, I mean, this is not a typical education setting in any way, shape, or form. And the level of creativity required from every single teacher, not just here in Renton, but all across Washington State, all across the nation, and even around the world. It really accentuates what we do to help our future out, because I think we all know that our kids are worth it.
Absolutely. And I love, helping a vulnerable population too, to really excel. I really appreciate that about what you guys do at New Horizons. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Everyone has a voice. Everyone has something to share. So thank you. Thanks, Tim.
Yeah, thank you.
Of course. Thanks for joining us. And Miss Kiana, I see you.
Everyone.
Give us the lowdown.
Okay, thank you. Hi, Matt. Hi, everyone. Thank you to the Chambers as well for having me. I'm so excited. Wow. This is I feel honored. I work at Renton Technical College. And so I work in, we've named it, we branded it as College and Career Pathways, but it's the Basic Studies program. And so I work with students that have returned back to school, adults and youth that maybe dropped out of school, and adults who are coming back, who have jobs, who have children, a lot of things going on, and they're working on their high school diploma or their GEDs. So I love students in their classrooms. I feel like their coach, their flight attendant, whatever I need to do to motivate them to really believe in who they are. A lot of them have had a lot of bad experience in the education system. Mm-hmm. They come in, growth mindset, right? Grit, teaching them to believe in themselves, giving them the skills that they need to, one, have confidence in themselves and then go for their dreams. And so what I prepared for today was just some of the challenges I faced, which I'm trying to teach the students to think about as transferable skills. Learning how to use the computer. A lot of the students, our foundation donated 100 computers to our department. And so a lot of the students didn't have computers before. And so now they have access to the internet, they have access to the computers, but then there's still the growth of learning how to use them. Yeah. So I'm really trying to make sure that they learn that, hey, this is a hard time. Don't use it as a barrier, keep pushing. So I'm working on coaching them. And so that's my love, helping students return to school, find their dreams and goals, and push forward.
Oh, wow. Because it can be so hard when you have to stop and start over and you just don't feel confident about yourself. And you are just bringing that to the forefront, Kiana. Thank you so much. I mean, the biggest tool in your toolbox that will help you get through life is your education. That's the one thing people can't take away, right? Mm-hmm. So, what a great message. And thanks for everything. Thanks, Kiana.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Lori. Hi, Lori. How you doing there?
Good.
Your smile. Tell us about yourself.
So I teach at Albert Talley Senior High School, and I teach literacy support, LA9, and leadership.
Right on. Okay, Missy, what's your message?
I think my two messages to students that are trying to work right now are, and just for everybody really, is just the importance of leading with love. Whether that be with yourself or with your coworkers or with parents, with families, with each other, like just understanding and having a lot of empathy and compassion for anyone that you're interacting with, including yourself. And then my other one is trying to view this from a strength forward position. So using this time to think about, like, what do I have the opportunity to try now that I wasn't given the opportunity to previously because of time or whatever it is. And so I know I've been trying to be really creative, especially in my leadership class. We're doing a Nailed It competition via Zoom. We're doing virtual challenges and spirit weeks, and just trying to keep people engaged and trying out some new stuff that will hopefully carry over into when we can all be back face to face.
I know, we all want to be back together again, don't we? We want to be connected again. And
my message to seniors.
Oh, yes. Oh, I'm so sorry. Keep going, sister.
My message to seniors is just to remember,
where's the Kleenex? I can hear it coming.
Just to remember that you've worked hard for this moment, and you've worked hard for your diploma, and it's not the party But like, no matter what happens, no one can take away your diploma.
Oh, do that on television, on live. You can't. Oh my gosh. I think we all go back and remember our moments as seniors, and really our hearts are broken for the seniors that had to give up so much during this time. But here's of we love you, we're supporting you, we're behind you, and you guys have worked hard, and all the students. And this message of love and kindness, not only to others, but yourself. And if that is the biggest message everyone can take away from this horrible experience, it's that. And that is what you are giving your guys out in the school. I thank you. Thank you so much for that. Oh, thanks, Lori. Darn it, I'm wearing mascara. Don't make me cry again. And Joyce, I hear your hand. Hi, Joyce. We've been corresponding through email a lot. And I just want Joyce to say hi, and we are gonna meet up with Joyce next week. And we have a lot to talk about next week, don't we, Joyce?
We do. And thanks for having me. I'm thrilled, and congratulations to each and every one of you from your friends at InvestEd.
Oh, awesome. And thank you, Mr. Patino. Again, you're awesome. Thank you so much for appearing with us. And here's the good news, guys. I know that in my emails, I gave you a lot of homework and I tricked you. Oh, first of all, do you know how scary it is to write letters to teachers, making sure that my punctuation and grammar is okay? There is a lot of pressure. So in the future, we will be inviting each one of you back to share a little bit more of your wisdom with the Renton community. So thanks you guys again for all your hard work, all your love. And your love is just pouring through the screen. So thank you guys, and we'll see you again soon. So be looking for another email, and hopefully it will be punctuated properly. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you guys.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
This was the best, like, Hollywood Squares ever. Thanks, you guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye, thanks.
Yes, I look forward to hearing from you guys soon. All right. So where are we right now? I have Mr. Dave. You can't see Dave, but he's the voice of God. And I was curious, Mr. Dave, if there are any questions that are rolling in the scroll that you can share with us that maybe we can answer.
Hi, Christy.
Hi, Dave.
In both of our shocking surprises, I have been on this entire episode with you, just muted.
With your awesome hair? Do you love Dave's flock of seagull hair?
Thank you.
Yeah.
But no questions so far. So
Okay.
we're moving right along and having a good time. So let's keep the show going.
Okay, thumbs up. Well, right now, again, thanks to the teachers, and we're going to bring on right now the woman who is behind one of the big program, bringing head of the class, one of the people. And this woman is very near and dear to my heart, and I know near and dear to many of you. The strength of the community. Let's welcome in Miss Diane Dobson with our chamber check-in. Thank you.
So are we supposed to leave if we're still here?
That's a great question. I'm going to ask another voice of God, Farid, who you can't hear. Should the teacher exit, Farid? Cool. Okay. Yeah, let's just hang out. We're going to hang out together. Go get some ice cream. And we'll just
there you go.
Okay. Diane Dobson. Paging Diane Bueller. Oh, there she is. So good to see your smiling face.
Hi, how are you guys?
Good.
Congratulations to the teachers today. It's truly an awesome opportunity that we have to tell you thank you for the incredible job that you were doing in guiding our future. So thank you very much. I look forward to learning more about each and every one of you over the next couple of weeks.
Did you have to get your Kleenex out, Diane?
Oh my gosh, I did. Yeah, totally.
Right?
Yeah.
So Diane, what do you have to share with us today?
Let's see what's going on. Good times in the community. We have a reminder that we've got the market will be opening on Tuesday, June 2nd at Gateway Park, and which is just west to where we're used to seeing the bulk of the market at the Piazza. And just a reminder to everyone that the market's going to be open, but it's going to look different. So there's going to be no food trucks. We'll have a food truck down at the chamber. So for those of you that was your favorite meal of the day, don't despair. We'll have that opportunity. But the market itself, you're going to be seeing monitored and controlled entrance, exits. Try to limit yourself to one shopper per household, and remember there's no music or entertainment. So it might not be as fun for the kiddos to come down this year. The capacity will be decreased to 2 shoppers per vendor. So give yourself time to shop, but have plans to move through the market pretty quickly.
I love this that we're able to support the farmers too, because if we did not have the market as essential, our farmers would be in trouble. So I'm so grateful for this opportunity.
Yep. Now remember, stay home if you're sick, proper social distancing, and you will be asked to wear a mask per the county guidelines if you're comfortable in doing so. So it is an ask. And that's not just for yourself, but those farmers. And what you have to remember is those farmers are often a one-man show. And if they get sick and go down, that's their business.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Diane. That's a good reminder.
Yeah. So we welcome new member today, Linda Akey. She is with the Competence Assistance for Nonprofits. She provides support and guidance and assistance to nonprofits. And she's been working with our RANU, which is our Renton Area Nonprofit Unite, the nonprofit branch of the Chamber, for the last few months. So we've had an opportunity to get to know her. Speaking of RANU, we had Zachary Spearin from Pima Medical Institute today. With our RANU group, we meet once a month, and he did the most wonderful presentation on accelerating your mission. And if you have not yet had an opportunity to engage with Zach, I encourage you to do so. If you are looking for a great public speaker who delivers a great message for any team in any level of leadership, don't hesitate to reach out to him. He's an absolute delight. And Pima Medical Institute, what an amazing resource that we have right here in our backyard. And I certainly hope those seniors that are interested in pursuing a career in the medical field give Pima consideration and look into it.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, I mean, essential workers.
Yep. Yeah.
Right in our back door.
Yeah.
Absolutely critical.
So the next few months, you're going to be seeing a couple of new things roll out from the chamber. We're going to be doing flash drives. That's where we'll be highlighting a business for a 48-hour window, raising donations from the community during that window. And from those pool of donors, we'll be randomly selecting gift card winners to receive gift cards from those businesses. So all funds raised will go back into the businesses. If you know a business that should be included, definitely reach out to the chamber and let us know. We're also going to be running business bingo. And so the first card comes out, we'll be starting that on June 1st. It will give you an opportunity to shop at one of the local vendors or multiple vendors, save your receipts for your proof of your purchase, and when you've achieved a bingo or bingos, submit your information to the chamber and have another opportunity to win gift prizes or gift cards. We'll be doing different cards in June and July and August. And while it's certainly fun for the consumer, and who doesn't love a rousing game of bingo, it is intended as a business stimulator and encouraging our community to get out there and support those businesses. Great excuse to get out and try a business you might not normally patronize just because of where it lies in your square and in an effort to achieve your bingo. But it's also our way of showing our appreciation to the community with those gift cards that we can give to those people who visit our businesses. Our businesses need our community support more than ever, and our community has been stepping up in ways, and we are truly appreciative of the same and say thank you to our community during this time.
It is incredible how nimble and how much we've had to navigate. And the chamber has supported that along with the city to deal with these changes. I mean, we're coming up on another change. Hopefully, let's knock on wood, phase 2 is coming. And really, the businesses I know, what a gift to have that opportunity to be able to be supported again and let everyone know we're still here.
Yes. Yep. No, the positive outlook and positive attitudes from our businesses has inspired us at the Chamber to keep going.
Yeah.
People like you, you are, and I quote Rochelle Haas every time I'm on
You
here.
do. You do.
Yep. From Sparkle, we have a community of possibilitarians, and that's what we need to pull us through and see us through to the other side. And just like these seniors that are coming up, these kids are our future, and they're a whole world ahead of them, and they're possibilitarians, and I'm excited to see where they take us.
Yeah, me too. It's a whole town. What can we do? Build it, and we will come. It's amazing. So, Diane, thank you. And so did we see the bingo card? So get the bingo. That'll be exciting.
Yeah, we'll push the bingo out on, we'll have it on Facebook, social media. Okay. We'll have it on our website. You print your own bingo card, you email your receipts. So it's pretty low maintenance from an execution point of view. The more bingos you get, the more opportunities you have to enter. And the sooner you enter, the more chances you have to win.
And the more you play with your friends in the businesses, the happier we'll be.
Yeah.
Right? Awesome.
Yeah, I think River Valley Cheese is on June's bingo card, top left corner. So there'll be 3 opportunities for you to score a bingo by supporting Christy at River Valley Cheese with a purchase of a gift certificate. Or
you know, as a business owner, it is so hard right now. And I'm just going to get a little choky. To have the support of the community is amazing, because this is crappy. But what I love about this time is you really know where the heart is, and the heart is right here in the community. And none of us have stopped pedaling hard. There have been days where it's been really challenging, but we always get up. We dust ourselves off and we head into the next obstacle with the same force we started the first obstacle, and we learn along the way. And so thanks for the support of the entire community, for supporting all of us small business owners. And I can't thank you more. And thanks, Diane. Don't make me cry again. My mascara. I can't have it right.
Diane.
Yeah, no, thanks, guys. I appreciate it. And to echo Lori's sentiments earlier, remember to lead with love and exercise that patience and kindness with everybody that you meet. You don't know what struggle they're facing, and in turn, they can pay that same kindness forward.
Yes. Oh, thank you so much, Diane. I appreciate it. And thanks, Joyce, for hanging with us. We will see you next week, my friend. You look great. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. We are running late. Are we surprised? And there she is. There's my little friend. She's connecting to audio. Talk about possibilitarians. Here she is right now in front of us, trying to connect to audio. My dear friend, Rachel Haas. She has Sparkle Gifts and Whatnots on 3rd and Wells. And she is my next door neighbor. And there she is. And she's still connecting to audio. So I'm just going to talk about, now she's here. Hi.
How are you? Sorry, I wasn't able to figure that out.
You know what? It's the Zoom chat.
How's it going?
Challenge. It was actually just a real challenge every week. Every week, right, Diane? Yes. So you are the possibilitarian. So Rochelle, the reason I have you on today, or we have you on Renton Live, is because you have a huge heart for the seniors. You've been a part of the boosters. You are a huge part of the community. Can you tell us today? I know that you talked with senior, and they gave you a message.
I did.
To everyone. And I was just curious if you'd share with us that message and who gave it to you.
I would be honored.
Thank you so much.
Yes. When you reached out to me this morning, I was grateful that I know some seniors, and this happens to be Jonathan Tift.
Yeah.
He goes to Lindbergh High School. And I said to his mom, what is there anything that he would like to share with his class? And so he sent this to me, and I'm going to read it on behalf of him. I know you have given up a lot during this time, but through the hard times, you will all come out strong, resilient individuals who will overcome many of the problems that are in this world. Congratulations to the seniors who have pushed through this difficult time. I wish you the best of luck and joy through and past all of this pandemic. So I thought that was very fitting.
And so to come from a senior to say we're gonna make it,
I know.
What an incredible message.
Do
you have a message for seniors too, Rochelle? Because you are the light bird. You are the popularian.
I have a message for seniors. This is a difficult time, and one thing I want you to know is that your story and what you're going through one time, this will be something that you'll be able to give back and share with somebody down the road that will be going through a hard time. This is just how life works, and it's just going to be one of the obstacles. But I know that these kids have been tenacious since kindergarten, and people aren't going to be in their way. They're going to make it. So I also I wrote something that not necessarily don't ask what the world needs, but what you should do.
Is right here. Rochelle, are you serious? I have it right.
I think what you need to do is find what makes you come alive, and you need to bring that to the world. Light the world up with that. And that's from Brene Brown, and I adore her. And I wish you a place where your heart is calm, your soul is lit, your vision is clear. Be at peace with where you have been, and let's be at peace with where we're headed. So that's all I've got.
Oh my gosh. Like a mind meld just happened through the camera. That is such a beautiful thing. I love it. Don't ask what the world needs. Ask what you can do, what you love. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. What makes you come alive?
Yes.
Because we're all different.
Yeah.
We all have facets that make it shine.
Oh. Rochelle, thank you. That message was so important to hear tonight, along with the teachers. I mean, this united front of the message of just really believing in yourself,
right?
Living with resilience, living with grit. This message today has been so awesome. So I want to thank you, Rochelle, for coming on and sharing that. We will have you back to talk about what's changing with your business next week.
Oh, thank you. And shout out to everybody graduating and all the teachers as well. Thanks, you guys.
Bye.
Nice to see you.
Good to see you too.
I love Renton.
Yay! Oh yeah, I love
Renton too.
Bye.
Cool.
Have a good one.
All right. So right now we have a call. We have a call to action, people, especially to the seniors right now. We want to know what you have been doing creatively during this time where the stay-at-home orders have been in place. We want you to highlight and showcase what you got. And we're looking to put it here on Renton Live. So there should be something on the screen coming up if it's not already there. Oh, thank you. Send your stuff there and we'll take a look at it, and it may appear and you might become a star overnight. All right. Such creativity, and especially you seniors, we know you have a lot to showcase and offer and highlight. We want to hear from you. So talk about the most tearful episode we've ever had. The most inspiring episode, knowing that we can get through this together. And there is more to come next week. So join us next week when we have Josh and Melissa Hudson will be your hosts again. I'm sure they'll bring wine. So actually bring wine, Hudsons. We will also be talking from Jeff from Whistle Stop. And I personally dream about their portobello mushroom omelet. So I hope I can go get one. We'll be seeing Joyce Walters from Invested and talking about how their nonprofit is helping supply schools. Also talking to Holt International about what foster care looks like in this current environment. we're doing a mental health or mental wellness check-in with Avanti Berquist. And I talked with her over the phone this weekend, and I immediately just felt better. It was amazing. Also, great performance coming up from Evergreen Ballet and a new photo contest. So thank you for honoring us with your time, honoring us with your tears, and we are so happy to have you on Renton Live. We'll see you again next week. Bye, guys. Stay kind. See ya.
It's all the way.